Picture this. You're lying awake at 3 in the morning, scrolling through your investment app for the 10th time today, watching your portfolio fluctuate like a heart monitor while your actual heart pounds with anxiety. Your friends have stopped inviting you out because you always decline to save money. Your relationship is strained because every conversation somehow turns into a budget discussion, and you're so burned out from obsessing over every dollar that you're questioning whether financial freedom is even worth it. If this sounds familiar, I have some life-changing news for you. Building serious wealth does not require destroying your mental health, sacrificing your relationships, or becoming a financial hermit who lives on ramen noodles and stress. The most successful wealth builders I know aren't the ones grinding 18-hour days or checking their portfolios obsessively. They're the ones who figured out how to make their money work for them automatically while they actually enjoy their lives. Today, I'm sharing 10 proven strategies that wealthy people use to grow their money without losing their sanity. These aren't get-rich-quick schemes. They are practical, sustainable methods that work in the background of your life, building wealth while you focus on the things that actually matter. But before we dive in, let me destroy a myth that's probably holding you back. Most people think building wealth requires operating from pure scarcity, where every purchase becomes an internal battle and every expense feels like a failure. This mindset is not only miserable, it's also counterproductive. The wealthiest people I know shifted from asking, "How can I save more?" to "How can I earn more?" They focus on building assets that generate income rather than obsessing over cutting expenses. This mental shift changes everything. Instead of feeling deprived, you start feeling empowered. Let's explore how this actually works. The first strategy is setting crystal clear financial goals that actually motivate you. Most people have vague wishes like, "I want to be rich." Wealthy people have specific targets with deadlines. They know exactly what financial independence looks like for them and when they want to achieve it. Maybe your goal is retiring at 55 with $2 million saved, or maybe it's generating $3,000 a month in passive income within 10 years. The specific goal matters less than having one that's clear and measurable. Once you have that clarity, you can work backwards. If you want $2 million in 25 years and expect a 7% annual return, you need to save about $4,000 a month. Suddenly, your vague wish becomes a specific action plan. The second strategy is automation, and this is where the magic happens. The difference between people who build wealth and those who struggle often comes down to this. Wealthy people remove willpower from the equation entirely. Here's how it works. The moment your paycheck hits your account, money automatically flows to different buckets before you ever see it. Let's say you earn $60,000 a year. Your automation might immediately transfer $500 to an emergency fund, $800 to retirement, and $300 to other investments. You're left with your remaining income for living expenses, but you've already paid yourself first. The psychological impact is profound. You're not fighting battles about whether to spend or save because the decision has already been made for you. This eliminates the decision fatigue that derails most financial plans. Third is building an emergency fund that actually protects your progress. I know this sounds boring, but hear me out. An emergency fund isn't just about covering unexpected bills. It's a psychological safety net that stops you from making terrible financial decisions when life throws you a curveball. When your car breaks down and you don't have that fund, you're forced to either sell your investments at potentially the worst possible time or go into high-interest debt. Both options destroy your momentum. Research shows that people with at least $2,000 in emergency savings have financial well-being scores 21% higher than those without. So start by saving your first $1,000 as fast as you can. Then work toward 3 to 6 months of living expenses. It's the foundation that lets you sleep at night. The fourth strategy is understanding and leveraging compound interest, which Einstein allegedly called the eighth wonder of the world. Compound interest is when your money earns returns, and then those returns earn their own returns, creating a snowball effect. Here's an example. If you invest $10,000 at age 25 and never add another penny, earning 7% annually, you'll have about $150,000 by age 65. But if you wait until 35 to make that same investment, you'll only have about $76,000. That 10-year delay costs you over $70,000. Time is literally free money when you're investing. The fifth strategy is to embrace boring index fund investing instead of trying to pick winning stocks. Study after study shows that over long periods, the vast majority of active traders and even professional stock pickers underperform simple index funds. An index fund that tracks the entire market requires no research, no market timing, no daily monitoring. You just buy shares regularly and hold them for decades, while compound interest does its thing. It's unsexy, but it consistently beats most sophisticated strategies and requires virtually no mental energy. Strategy number 6 is generating passive income through dividend-paying stocks. This is one of the simplest ways to start building wealth that works for you. When you own shares in companies like Johnson & Johnson or Coca-Cola, you receive quarterly payments simply for being a shareholder. Let's say you invest $10,000 in quality dividend stocks, earning a 3% yield. That generates $300 a year in passive income without you lifting a finger. If you reinvest those dividends to buy more shares, your passive income grows exponentially. That initial $10,000 could generate over $18,000 over 20 years just from that passive stream alone. Seventh is diversification. This protects your wealth from catastrophic loss. You spread your investments across different asset classes: stocks, bonds, real estate. This reduces risk because if one asset class tanks, your entire portfolio doesn't go down with it. When stocks are down, bonds might be up. Someone in their 20s might hold 80% stocks because they have 40 years for the market to recover. Someone in their 60s might prefer 60% bonds for stability. By holding a mix, you protect yourself while still capturing growth. The eighth strategy is eliminating high-interest debt. This is like having a wealth-destroying machine running in the background of your financial life. If you're carrying a $5,000 credit card at 22% interest and only making minimum payments, you'll pay nearly $3,000 in interest alone over 5 years. That's money that could have been working for you. High-interest debt is a guaranteed loss. So, before getting fancy with investing, use the debt avalanche method. Pay minimums on everything and throw every extra dollar at the debt with the highest interest rate. Once it's gone, redirect those payments toward wealth building. Ninth is maximizing your tax-advantaged accounts. A traditional 401k reduces your taxable income while your money grows. A Roth IRA offers tax-free growth and withdrawals in retirement. A health savings account offers triple tax advantages. When you maximize these accounts, you're letting more of your money compound without the government taking a piece every year. Someone who contributes $35,000 a year to these accounts for 30 years will end up with vastly more wealth than someone who puts that money in taxable accounts, even with identical performance. And the 10th and final strategy is to maintain perspective and stay consistent. Building sustainable wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. The people who succeed long-term understand that it doesn't require constant attention or emotional involvement. They set up their systems, automate their processes, and then focus on living their actual lives while their money grows in the background. This approach might seem slower than chasing the latest trend, but slow and steady wins this race. The key insight here is that real wealth building isn't about finding the perfect investment or making brilliant decisions every day. It's about building systems that work automatically while you focus on what actually matters. You automate your savings, you build an emergency fund, you let compound interest do the heavy lifting, you generate passive income, you diversify, you eliminate debt, You optimize taxes and you stay consistent without burning yourself out. Nothing flashy, nothing risky, nothing that requires you to destroy your mental health. Just consistent, systematic wealth building that works while you live your life. That is real financial freedom, and it's worth far more than any amount of money in your bank account.